Welcome guys to another analysis video. Today we'll be looking a little bit into steps more focused on towards the climbs though used on the map, because it's one of the maps where those climbs are the most crucial out of all. As always, I hope you will enjoy this video.
Steps, the most open map in the league. The attacking team appears near the rocks at the bottom of the map, and the defending team starts at the top. Bases are located near the railway and on the green. The best way to control them is to use the lowland near the second base. The attacking team usually begins the attack from the rocks and the railway, but sometimes they can attack through the green. Teams often drag vehicles from flank to flank, so both teams usually pick light vehicles with a good camouflage rating, but sometimes use tanks with a strong turret and even SPGs.
There's the climb on A2. A lot of teams used to try to take this. It's less popular now, but we still see it from time to time. From that position, they can lock down the entire number one base and anything surrounding it. The climb the defender almost always takes, and it's essential to most of the tactics, is the one that gets you to the A0 position. This can be done from two angles. It's mainly done with the RU because they can do it solo, and from there they can control the entire eastern side. For the attacker, there is two climbs. The first one is to get to the K1 position, which can be done from J1, but it can also be done from K4. There's two different angles to do it from. The second one is much harder, as it requires a train of batchas to push one up to counter the A1 position. We don't see this very often because of the difficulty of the climb and the HP loss that can come with it. Here you can see the defensive climb we talked about. As you can see, it's not that easy, and it's something that requires a lot of practice to master. You can see now how he made a climb, and you will see what kind of angles he will have available to him once he gets up all the way. It will give him a great overlook position where he can spot and shoot the cap from. You can see here how he knocks over the tree to provide extra camo, and at the same time he spots the IS-7 from his opponent approaching towards the cap. At this point you can see the elevated position makes him land a nice shot on towards the side of the IS-7. At this point he's trying to spot the IS-7 so he can line up a shot for the reset, but he gets spotted. This is because of a trick used by his opponents, which we'll explain in a bit. You can see how Spoink is trying to dodge any possible RT shots coming in, but to no avail. It doesn't work out for him. The Lorraine connects and actually manages to one-shot him. Here you can see it from Misuba's point of view. The IS-7 was able to spot the RU-251 because of binoculars, which is not a commonly used thing on IS-7s. He was the only one who spotted him, and this is how an attacker tries to counter the climb. And you can see RT was aimed there the entire time. They knew he was up there. Different example of the same climb. You can see how Kuritz from Ding does it on the first try because he is a very experienced raid player with a lot of practice time. You can see here how he is also knocking over trees to provide more camo and is able to spot ahead of his teammates so he can provide them with info where the enemy tanks are located and rotate based upon that information. You can see Kuritz tries to line up the reset, but it doesn't work out, and he also gets spotted because of the spotting equipment on the IS-7, which we talked about beforehand. Again, he tries to get the reset, but no luck. He bounces the shot, he gets spotted, and takes a massive connection from the IS-7. The difference here in this example than the last one is that teammates went more aggressive, and Isuba needs to divert their attention from the RU. And now he gets to expose the full potential of his tank on that position. You can see how Kuritz from this position is now able to nail shot after shot into the Isuba tanks. The RU might have low alpha, but because of the constant damage, it starts to stack up over time. No explanation needed, just watch and enjoy how Kuritz does damage from this position. 3,218 damage is what he managed to do from that position, which is a ton for a tier 8 tank. It's a massive carry. Now let's take a look at the attacker and their climb. This is the K1 climb we talked about in the beginning. You can see here the Batshot taking the approach to get up to the position, which will give him an extremely elevated position to overlook the entire eastern side. You can see though how his opponent's oops were aware of this, and they send one Batshot to spot him, while 4 others aim on towards his position. This is the second way to get up like we talked about. The Batshot is using the fact they push the other bat off his position to quickly climb this. This might seem easy, but trust me, this requires hours of practice to do this reliably and on the first try. You can see here the attacking Batshot is unaware the defending Batshot actually managed to climb behind him. The defending Batshot comes over, takes a lot of damage, but gets the kill, and more importantly, the position. This is the defensive A2 climb. This is probably the hardest climb to do on steps, and it takes a lot of time to perfect this and not to fail it. You will see Spoink manages to do it very well and will take a very nice elevated position. Spoink now got spotted in his position and is trying to do damage towards the gunrunner's tanks. He will get some, but don't forget, the enemy team has RT available, so he needs to be careful the way he plays it out. The threat of RT. You can see here exactly what I'm talking about. He's aimed directly on his position. This is the weakness. Once you get spotted, it's not a hard shot for RT. While Spoink might think he's safe, in reality, he is not. Like we said, Spoink thinks he is safe, but no less is true. RT comes in and removes him from the game, removing the position and handing it back towards the attacking tanks. I hope you guys saw those climbs are not that easy to do, and it doesn't always work out either. I hope this gives you some insight into the climbs used on steps and how to possibly counter them yourself. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video and see you on the battlefield.